An Inspector General for the NYPD. This overrides Mayor Bloomberg's vetoes and widens the legal path for pursuing claims of police bias. Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager is at City Hall tonight with the breaking details. Stacey.
Well, Liz, like you said, we're talking about two separate votes tonight. Each one of them overrides Mayor Bloomberg's vetoes of more oversight for the NYPD. Now, these votes came as no real surprise. City Council had the numbers to make it happen. The real question is what kind of impact this will have on the city's police force in the future. The votes to override produced cheers here in the City Council chambers tonight. And a long-awaited victory for those who've long opposed the NYPD's stop and frisk policy.
I say over, y'all say ride. Over.
Demonstrators chanted about it on the City Hall steps prior to the vote. Today's overrides on two separate measures.
No one on this floor is anti-NYPD. We're anti-policies that aren't working.
One override directly curtails stop and frisk if it's based on racial profiling. The other measure overrides Mayor Bloomberg's veto of an inspector general for the city's police department, in effect giving the NYPD not one, but two external monitors in the future. That's because less than 2 weeks ago, a federal judge ruled a monitor was needed to change stop and frisk practices that she deemed unconstitutional. All of this set against the backdrop of an upcoming mayoral election in the city.
In Los Angeles, after monitoring was put in place, crime went down 33%, and community approval of the police department went to 84% positive. That is what we can have in New York City.
And opinions about the NYPD today ran the spectrum.
Nobody's getting fired. We're just talking about monitoring the police, monitoring.
This is not going to lower crime. In fact, the only thing that's going to lower is the morale of the police department.
I hope those same leaders that spent an awful lot of time on these steps of City Hall come back when crime spikes and answers the questions from the citizen. Why did that happen? You're the cause. What are you going to do?
Now, just a short time ago, both the mayor and the police commissioner issued strong statements in response to these votes. We have those statements for you. The mayor said, quote, "Today's vote is an example of election year politics at its very worst and political pandering at its most deadly." And Police Commissioner Ray Kelly saying, quote, "There's a reason major law enforcement organizations are all against this legislation. It will have an adverse impact not only on our police officers, but more importantly on the people and the neighborhoods they serve, particularly in minority communities," end quote from Ray Kelly. Now, those two responses coming just a short time ago. Also, you can bet the mayoral candidates will be weighing in on all of this. As for the actual numbers here at City Hall, the Inspector General measure passed by a vote of 39 to 10. The bias profiling measure, it squeaked by with the minimum 34 votes to 15. We're live at City Hall. I'm Stacey Sager, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.